Class 4, 5, 6, stay with me, stay with me.
I'm flying a Spitfire.
Hello, I'm Francis Bourgeois, and this is Trainspotting with Francis Bourgeois.
A show where I share my passion for trains with celebrities. But this time, it's so much more than just trains.
Oh my God, look, it's the Minion.
If you enjoy this episode, please press the subscribe button.
We're here at Tonbridge Station. I'm about to meet up with Sam Ryder, the Eurovision sensation and amazing singer. We're going to go down to Tonbridge Yard there to have a look at some diesel locomotives, and then, can't quite believe this, but we're going to be going up in Spitfires, so...
I was really excited to meet Sam Ryder. I remember on the night of Eurovision seeing Sam on every telly in every living room. Since then, he's always just come across as a really lovely person.
See you later, guys. Have a lovely day. Lovely to meet you. Peace, mate.
Hey. Nice to meet you, Sam. Yeah, really good, mate.
I'm so excited for today.
Oh, we're going to have a wicked day.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Sam was a really nice guy. And seeing that he's a musician, I wanted to show him some sounds of the railway.
This class 465 that's just pulled in, it has a really nice kind of like sing to it when it pulls away.
Yeah.
And you'll hear it when it leaves.
This train was taking a little longer to leave than usual, but it'd be worth the wait, as it sounds like an F1 car.
Wow, it's like an old Stanley Kubrick sound effect or something.
I'm glad Sam was so impressed by the three-phase traction motor sound. Perhaps he might take inspiration for his future music. But first we got to join the Orange Army and put on some high-vises. I actually have a collection of high-vises from the railway, so I selected my own. I hope Sam didn't feel too upstaged.
I've got my GB Rail Freight lanyard as well.
Oh, this is amazing. Can I see it? Very cool.
I'm glad a rock star like Sam appreciated my lanyard. Safety is a fundamental part of the railway, thus making it quite cool.
I've just noticed the passion fruit.
Yes.
The most common thing to grow on the railway is actually tomato plants.
Really?
Can you guess why?
People eating tomatoes and throwing... No, that's wrong.
Well, let's just say it used to be deposited onto the tracks.
OK, I understand. I bet they're the best tomatoes as well.
Now we are in our high-vises and totally visible, we had special permission to cross the tracks and make our way to Tonbridge
It
Yard.
feels incredibly unnatural, doesn't it? I'm sure for you it's maybe a lot more natural, but...
No one should ever cross the tracks without permission. If you do, you will get a £1,000 fine, and maybe worse.
Oh my God. I've just seen something in the yard that you're not going to believe. This is quite a special moment, actually.
To my surprise, at GB Rail Freight's Tonbridge West Yard, a very special locomotive was there waiting for us. The mythological 73962 Dick Mabbutt.
In all its glory.
A locomotive I've been lucky enough to catch in Brighton Station last year.
73962! Oh, that's it! Oh, quick, I've got to get round. I got into Brighton at midnight and saw it. It was epic. And then I drove to my workplace car park, fell asleep in the car park and almost froze to death. And had 1 hour sleep for work in the morning, but it was the best decision ever. Yeah.
Oh, for Dick Mabbutt.
Yeah.
I was happy that I was able to show Sam Dick Mabbutt, but I wanted to get his thoughts on a song that I'd written about the Class 456s that had recently been sent to the scrapyard.
During lockdown, I experimented and I've done like some songs to do with the trains on the railway and stuff like that. Oh, whoa, Class 456, stay with me, stay with me. And then I tried to do the octave above, but I just couldn't do it.
OK.
Do you reckon we could try that together?
Class 456, stay with me, stay with me.
Oh,
We should record it.
oh, whoa, Class 456, stay with me, stay with me.
Oh, sorry, no, I ruined that.
No, that sounded epic.
Harmonising with Sam about the 456s brought back the emotions of their last day on the railway.
I have such a strong emotional connection with these trains. Like when two Class 43 HSTs were being taken to Newport Sims, which is the scrapyard, like I was genuinely crying because it was like It's like they're going forever. I won't see them again.
I love how like open you are about your emotional connection to something that you're so passionate about. Imagine if all of us were open like that. Woo!
Luckily for us, these Class 73s weren't going to the scrapyard anytime soon, and we were going to start the 600 horsepower English electric engines. Waiting for the engine to prime, the anticipation must have been what it was like for Sam backstage at Eurovision.
The lights are going down.
I loved starting up the Class 73. It was so clattery, and Sam loved doing tones in the 66 as well. But I wanted to find out more about Sam's rise to fame.
During lockdown, did you feel like TikTok was a bit of a creative release almost?
Definitely. I think I had all of these fears and worries in my head of what would be considered cool. Lockdown sort of tore the walls down and all that, and I was like, I just don't care, I enjoy it. And at first, obviously, you think no one's really going to see it anyway. So it was a real safe space, and it snowballed into something that I didn't expect. But
I completely harmonise with what you're talking about there. Like, it's almost exactly the same. I've been a train enthusiast all my life. I found school was a place where I had to kind of conform. Wear this outfit, listen to this music.
Absolutely.
And then lockdown, I just thought TikTok is like a space where I can just throw my stuff out to. And it's really interesting how it has enabled us, and I'm sure other people, to sort of come out our shells a bit.
Imagine how many people are scared of changing the way that they present themselves. Even like wearing something new in front of your friends sometimes feels a bit like, oh, I wonder if they're like, imagine all of us feel this way. And when you let go of it, you realise no one was caring more than you were.
Yeah.
You're almost a cage of your own making.
It was time for us to go, and coincidentally there was a locomotive that would lead us very nicely to our next location. 73-109, Battle of Britain commemorative locomotive.
That was with Sam Ryder next to the Battle of Britain Class 73.
And then all of a sudden...
We were going train spotting from the sky, an angle I've never seen the railway from before. And we were doing it in Spitfires.
Engine failure is always a possibility. Engine failure at a critical time always carries the risk of potential injury or death.
It's made me a little bit nervous.
Oh, yeah.
I was shit scared, but I tried to keep a brave face for Sam.
I say I love you to my girlfriend, and I say I love you to my family.
She's done exactly the same thing. I was about to go up in the Spitfire, I love you both, with my mum and dad.
Just imagining there's a drill.
So, there's something about putting the suit on. Do I look like Tom Cruise yet?
You're a bit taller.
Amazing, let's go, let's fly.
Now we were suited up, it was time to head off to the hangar. We put on and took off our sunglasses many times to show the ground crew and pilots that we meant business. And then I had a quiet moment with the planes before a member of staff came and reminded us of the perils of flying vintage aircraft.
You'll hear the call, jump, jump, jump. So only undo your seat harness. Please keep your parachute on, I like you both.
I really hoped I wouldn't need to jump, jump, jump and use my parachute. It was time to fly. I was starting to feel quite nervous.
I'll see you on the ground.
See you, Sam.
This was nothing like a short-haul flight across Europe in an Airbus A320. This was in a fighter plane, built for G-forces and dogfights in the sky. But my mind started to race. The safety video running around my head. Sudden engine failure, pilot incapacitation, having to use my parachute.
That's your souvenir bag. Whatever you put in it, you take home with you.
Understood.
All right.
I really hoped that I didn't need to use my souvenir bag, but I had just consumed a sausage roll.
Was it your idea or Francis' idea?
Francis' idea.
How are you doing there? You're happy?
All good.
I was bloody terrified. But as the Merlin 70 engine roared into life, I was overwhelmed with the sound and fumes coming from the engine. Pure thrash! As we started to taxi down the runway, I thought about my great-granddad Rodney, who flew Mosquitoes during the Second World War. It made me feel quite emotional.
Amazing. It almost brings a tear to my eye.
But with an encouraging word from Anna the pilot,
We have a space flight.
we thrusted down the runway and into the sky. Sam following closely behind. I was completely overwhelmed by euphoria, leaving any worries on the ground. Just as the serotonin from the takeoff was diminishing in my bloodstream, Anna banked hard to the left, and we dived down towards the ground. I clenched my glutes and my quads to keep the blood in the upper part of my body, which is a G-tolerance technique. Just as I thought it couldn't get any better, Anna took the Spitfire into a victory roll, the first time I've ever been upside down in the sky. But I could taste some sausage roll in my mouth, and I hoped Sam wasn't tasting chickpeas from earlier.
Would you like another one?
Yes, please.
Okay, here we go, another one. Yes!
And then I couldn't quite believe it, but it was time for Anna to hand over the controls to me.
You have control. Move the control forward and away from you. Oh my god. Oh my god.
It was amazing, and felt so light and responsive to inputs on the controls.
Like a Spitfire.
But I was very pleased to hand it back to the safe hands of Anna.
So Francis can't hear me, but this is the best day of my life. It's just amazing.
It was amazing to look down on our planet and see the wonderful infrastructure below us. From the wriggling lines of the train tracks spreading all through the countryside, to the tractors driving patterns into the fields below, I felt profoundly grateful that I was able to make this show exploring the railway network of the UK and meeting so many great new people that I can call friends. But the sausage roll was certainly on its way back up, and so I was glad when Anna said it was time to head down.
How was that? Nicely flown, mate.
I'll do my best.
Cheers, dude. That's so
all right.
good.
Oh my god, what an experience. It was amazing.
Yeah, I went in there feeling very macho, and now I feel like Bambi. Just look.
I know, it makes you a bit sick, doesn't it, after a while, those rolls?
In that aircraft, I didn't think about anything apart from like seeing the trees, just seeing the landscape, like listening to the engine, like feeling everything, like the smell of the
The
fumes.
smell was amazing.
And like, oh, it's really weird. But I'm gonna give it a kiss.
I'll do it as well. Oh, mate. What an absolute blessing. Thank you so much.
It was so wonderful meeting Sam Ryder. We really had an incredible day. From hearing the sounds of the railway at Tonbridge Station, to starting at Class 73 in Tonbridge Yard, to finally the incredible raw power of the Spitfire.
I can't believe I was up there.